You know, I mean, I was in excruciating pain for 3 years. And so now when I'm sitting here and I'm not on fire, I'm reasonably pleased about that when I have enough sense to remember,
Right.
you know, and so, and that, is that a permanent change? I suspect so. 3 years is a long time.
I mean, it does sound like what God did to Job. I'm just saying.
Well, it just, look, if you're a bad actor, the probability that horrible things are going to come your way is all things considered quite radically increased.
Karma. You took the last parking spot, and now shit's going to happen to you.
Look, you give me all your money.
I'm not fucking stupid.
Well,
I don't make stupid mistakes.
There's a price of entry. You have to pay $40 a month. So here's a hypothesis. To be part of Peterson Academy and to participate in the social media network.
$40 a month.
That's
nothing.
Yeah. So
$40.
Well, so
you can't get a Mai Tai for $40 in this town.
I know. We have the most progressive university in the world.
I want my kids to actually get a real education.
We're teaching. I mean, it's going to be a classic liberal curriculum.
Well, I don't know.
You got to start somewhere.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but there is less that's relevant to the modern world, because again, the idea is
that Eurocentric bigot.
I'm not a bigot.
It's like, yeah, fair enough, buddy.
I'm an atheist, and I have tremendous bitterness against the Catholics who personally made me an unhappy child.
What happened?
What happened? I was raised Catholic is what happened. What happened was church and catechism and nuns who fucking hit you with a ruler.
They've been pretty useless on the trans butchery side of things.
And anxiety about, I have to memorize 100 questions, like, where do I come from? God made me. Like, I still have, I saved it, the mimeograph sheet. I can still smell it, where I had to know 100 questions, like, where is God? God is everywhere. I mean, some of them you could just guess. But when you're 7, it's traumatizing. Make a 7-year-old memorize 100 questions about the fucking world.
8,000. That's 8,000 double mastectomies of minors so far.
Compared to the worst Republican politicians, it's not even close.
It's the case that throughout history, when the psychopathic minority, which is about 4% of the population, gets the upper hand, that all hell breaks loose. This happens all the time.
I'm mixing dangerous chemicals every week, okay? I'm playing third base okay? I'm gonna get more hard-hit grounders. And, but personally, much more, even my personal life. I mean, men take a very long time to mature. You're so much more a woman's dream, and I'm like a woman's nightmare in many ways, like never committed, never got married, never wanted to. I never understood how people could, and I see so many people who talk about it, like married couples, and they talk very fondly about like, oh, remember when we were in love? And they're reminiscing about this time in their life that lasted like maybe 2 years. And they're living off that for the rest of their life. For the rest of their life, they're kind of remembering, oh yeah, that time when you were crazy in love and you'd have sex all the time and it was hot. And it's like, yeah, and I had that and went, can we just keep this going forever? Would that really be the worst thing?
If we don't operate on the assumption that there's something like an intrinsic moral order, it's very difficult for us to conjure up the courage to continue to exist when things go seriously sideways.